Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are here for the UPBA Week 2. This is my battle versus Drew, also known as Zombie, I do believe. And he is coach of the Popplios, and he has a very scary team. His team is super broken. Victini, Megalatios, Lando I with Sheer Force is just so scary. And then you can also see he did bring the Mamo, Electivire, and Kabutops, which, I actually feel like all three of them are also pretty big threats against my team, especially Electivire. That was pretty difficult to prep for because it just kind of destroys my team. But, yeah, you can see on the left that I did bring my Megamedi, Milotic, Florges, Frostlash, and Heligo, and Steeler. So, yeah, I would like to tell you my sets, but once again, just like my week 1 battle, I don't actually remember them. So, and I don't believe I have them saved. So, I'm pretty sure I'm just like 4 attacks, Medi, Dragon Tail, Scold, Haze, Recover, Milotic, maybe Toxic over Haze, I'm not sure. Wish Protect, Moonblast, Defog, Florges, 4 attacks, Specs, Frostlass, I'm pretty sure 4 attacks, Scarf, Nihil, oh no, 3 attacks, Rocks, Scarf, Nihi. And then Autonomize Steeler to try and go for game with. Pretty much the game plan here is to try and weaken his team down into range of where I can just go for Autonomize with Steeler against the Lando I, which is free setup for Steeler. Lando I cannot touch Steeler unless he wants to go ahead and run Gravity Earth Power. That's the only way. And if he doesn't do that, then I just click Autonomize against Lando I, and then just start trying to break walls with Steeler. You can see Earthquake plus Heavy Slam actually destroys what he decided to bring. I believe my third move was... I'm actually not sure. It was definitely a special move, and I believe it was a hidden power. So, unsure of which one. But, yeah, let's get right into the game. Okay, so you do see that we are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Drew. And he's going to lead off. I'm going to lead Medi, as I believe he leads Electivire, which is definitely a huge threat. Like, Electivire is definitely, honestly, his biggest threat, I would say, or one of his biggest threats. I mean, he has a Shifles, Lando, and a Victini. It's not his biggest threat, but it's one of them. And I saw no reason to not high jump kick turn 1. I knocked this out. There's no way he can knock me out, and he doesn't have a good switch in. His best switch in is Lati, and it takes a lot of damage. As he goes for Protect, I was very surprised to see Protect. I figured he'd probably be like Scarfed or just offensive Electivire in general, but he just runs this. This was the Electivire we see, and I was surprised to see that. But at this point I can just high jump kick again. He still has a lack of switch-ins, and Lati is the best one. But as I said, Lati is not a switch-in to Medi, as Lati takes a clean 85, maybe 90%. And here I probably should have just Ice Punched and knocked out Lati, because the Roost was super obvious, but I do go into my Florges, so that was definitely a bad play on my end. I did not play too offensively at this point, which it's something I feel like I've had the issue of with Medi over the 2 weeks I've used it here. I don't play offensively enough with it, even though it's a super offensively based Mega, so that's definitely costing me. But yeah, he does Roost up here, as I believe this turn I'm just going to go for a Wish, expecting a switch out into something else. I believe he actually goes Electivire here, as I do believe, yeah, I go for a Wish here. And here, you are going to see the Electivire is back in, and I figured if he has Protect, there's a really good chance he has Toxic, and I should probably go Medi, but I don't predict it. It was a mistake, another misplay, another turn I could have played offensively with Medi, brought it in, and started just claiming lives, but again, misplays. So, yeah, I'm going to be taking a bit of chip damage on Electivire, but that definitely isn't what I wanted. I needed this KO, and I could have had it right here, or a lot of damage on something else, but I choked that away. So, now I believe he vaults out, as I do go for another Wish. I believe he brings out his Victini at this point. Or was it? I think it was Victini. No, he brought a Mamo. Yeah, okay, so Mamoswine is in. And at this point, I don't have a Mamo switch in, really. So, actually, I believe I go Steeler on this Mamo, because I figured, if he does a lot to me, I can just get all that health back from the Wish, or the majority of the health back. And then I can hopefully make an offensive play and get a KO, as, I figured he'd either go for, like, Crash here, or Rocks. As you are going to see, he does go for the Stealth Rocks, which is leading me to believe he's probably a Sashed Mamo, which, in my mind, makes a lot of sense. So here I'm going to read the Electivire switch and just go for an Earthquake. It also covers Victini and Kabutops pretty well, but he does make the Electivire switch, so I do get that read correct, and that is just going to be Electivire going down, which is very nice for me. While I don't think bulky Electivire with like Volt Switch, and I believe he had Flamethrower as the other move. I can't remember too well, but pretty sure that's what he had. That wouldn't have been the biggest threat, but it still was a slight threat. But now he does get the easiest switch into Victini, and yeah, I mean, I can't stay in here. I'd love to stay in and just click Earthquake and knock out Victini, but V-Create's super obvious. As I'm going to go Medi, and he makes a really good play and goes for the Flame Charge here, which, that was a play. And you're going to see it does exactly half. So here I can go for a Fake Out, get some chip damage on Victini, because I'm going to need all the chip I can get on Victini. But you're going to see I do a good chunk to Victini. And now I'm going to just hope he doesn't go for Flame Charge, and if he does, I'm going to hope he doesn't get the roll and go for High Jump Kick, as he does get the roll here and knocks out my Medicham, which absolutely sucks. I needed him not to go for Flame Charge, so he's still outsped. But now that it doesn't outspeed, I have to go Milotic, as it's the only play, and I have to go straight for a Dragon Tail, as if I click Scold and he has Weakness Policy, he wins the game at this exact moment. So, I can't even Scold, even though it's the play I really wanted to make, but I have to go for Dragon Tail and do like nothing. And at this point I feel like Victini, as soon as it comes in later, is going to be a huge threat. But luckily I do bring out Lando here, which is actually really good for me, since Lando can never touch Steeler. Unless it's like Gravity with Earth Power, that's the only way it can stop my Steeler. As you're going to see, he goes for the Grass Knot, I believe, here. Yeah, he does go straight for a Grass Knot, which is definitely a pretty solid play. Nice attack there for the Milo. But now I can just go for a Heavy Slam, I believe is the play I make. As he goes for Gravity, he brings it. And I'm just going to say it right here. I was actually told by someone who helped me build this week that I should bring Shuka for this set, and I kind of ignored it and didn't bring that. I believe I brought Expert Belt, which, yeah, that's going to suck. So I'm going to have to switch out here, as he's going to pretty much claim a kill on my Frostlass. I maybe could have sacked off like Milo here, but I felt like Frostlass was definitely the least important mon at this point, so I did sack that off. So, goodbye to Frostlass, but Earth Power is actually disabled here. So, what I should have done here is just go back into Steeler, click Autonomize, and go from there. But I'm going to go Nihi, as I figured maybe if I can get rocks up here, I can then just go for game with Steeler and actually win. Because I'm figuring he is Sash Mamo, which, you know, I can't OHKO if I don't have these rocks up. So he's just going to go for a Grass Knot here, which also sucked. I kind of needed him to have Psychic, because if he had Psychic, it knocks me out. Or, sorry, Side Shock, I feel like it does. But if he had that and was able to knock me out, I can go Steal on next turn, get the Autonomize up, and then he's still there, so I can get the KO on him and get my +1. However, I need to sack off Milotic now, and you're going to see as I bring out Steeler to go for Autonomize, he's going to go down to Life Orb that turn, meaning I don't get the +1. So that sucks. However, it isn't the most important thing, because from my counts, it does look like there is a good chance Steeler can win this game if I win one roll. Whether that roll be on the Mamoswine, the Kabutops, or I believe the Lati as well. But yeah, if I can win one roll, I can just win this game, which would be very nice. Of course, I'm going to want to win this game, but you are going to see he goes down to his Life Orb as I do go for Autonomize. And at this point, he is going to bring out his Mamoswine, and my count, I believe, said that the min was something like 86 on no bulk, or if he's no bulk I should KO here, if he's bulk I lose, and he is bulky with the Aya Papa Berry, which sucks, and he's just going to click Crasher and that's going to knock me out, and at this point I lose. I can't beat Mamoswine, Florges just dies, and so does Nihi, and Nihi's Power Gem will not kill this, so that's unfortunate. Even if I had like Grass Knot on my Nihi to beat this Mamo, then he just goes Kabutops, clicks Aqua Jet at that point, and even if I go to make the switch into Florges at that point, he could just go for Rock EMZ, knock out my Florges. So yeah, that is going to unfortunately be game. Now, had I gone after Frostlass went down, had I gone back into Steeler and cooked Autonomize right there, I actually believe I won. On the spot right there with Steeler, which sucks. It definitely sucks that me making that one misplay. Well, I don't even think it was a misplay. I think it made sense to guess he was sashed, and I made the safe play. Didn't work out, and in the end it did cost me the game, because I believe with the +1 there was nothing that could take the hit. Mamo would have died to Heavy Slam, Kabutops and Victini both died to Earthquake, and I'm pretty sure the Lati also would die to Heavy Slam from where it's at, so I'm pretty sure Steeler would have just won from there, which, you know, definitely sucks that we could have had the game right there, but I don't think I played overall too well. Like, other than Steeler, I don't think I played well this game, so I didn't really deserve this win, honestly. You know, I should have played more offensively with Medi early game to try and put things in range of Steeler. Had I done that, I feel like this game would have been a lot easier to win. Like, he did not have a Steeler switch in once I set up, but I just didn't get any damage on anything. And that is what ended up costing me this game, so, yeah. So after this game, I did make a few trades. I dropped Medi, Frostlass, Slaking, and Electros for Mega Venusaur, Alolan Ninetales, and Talonflame, which I'm pretty excited to use. I feel like all of them do bring something good to my team, and we'll just see how that works going into next week. So anyway, that is going to be this battle and this week. So thank you for watching, and goodbye. Bye.